The following contest is scheduled for a 2-hour time limit. Introducing first, coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, wrestling reporter and columnist Justin LaBar. And his opponent, you. Call, tweet, email because you can go one-on-one with Justin LaBar in Wrestling Reality right now on Trib Live Radio.
Another hairspray prom queen, so young and so insecure. Dealers on Melrose, it's like a red noise. They put her under a spell with a gleam in the sky.
Well, these are the kind of weeks that we aim for when doing wrestling shows, when you got rumors of Hall of Famers. Woo! You got suspensions to big name stars. Woo! And you got AJ looking crazier and hotter than ever. Woo! Wrestling Reality here, presented by Tailgaters Bar and Grill on Trib Live Radio every single Tuesday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern. As I said, we got quite the show, quite the things, list of topics to talk about. Of course, your emails, calls, and tweets to be included in all of it. But let's get into last night's Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole starts off the show by doing an interview with John Cena in the ring. Cole wins some points with the internet wrestling fans who traditionally hate Cena, and Cole was saying a lot of what they complain about. Cena continues his confusion and rant towards the Big Show with helping Laurinaitis retain his job and siding with him. He promotes their match they're going to have at No Way Out in a couple weeks. Big Johnny then motorizes on out, scoots on out in the People Power scooter. And in the interest of People Power, and of course in his job evaluation that's coming up, he's going to let Cena pick his opponent for the night. Cena picks Michael Cole. And oh, by the way, let's not forget, please put it down on your scorecards. John Laurinaitis has retired from active one-on-one competition. What a great heel character. Dolph Ziggler up against Sheamus. Good match between two of the stars who will be around for a long time in the company. Sheamus gets the win, and then as he gets to the top of the stage celebrating, he's attacked by Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez. It's the Irish versus the Mexican. I need a punchline. There's got to be one there. David Otunga backstage tells Laurinaitis that next week, Mr. McMahon is returning to Raw to evaluate Laurinaitis' job. Wasn't McMahon technically removed from Power back in the fall? Who cares? Fans don't remember that. They don't remember. Everybody always knows Vince is in control of the company no matter what the storyline says, so there's no point of doing any more storylines where Vince gets removed of Power or anything of that nature. Sin Cara versus the imposter Sin Cara, aka Hunico. Cara gets the win. He went to use his finisher that he used as Mystico in Mexico. It's like a crucifix where he spins around and it turns into an armbar submission. Well, he ended up modifying this rather than giving an armbar submission. His opponent takes a face bump and it turned into a pinfall. I'm not sure if I'm crazy about it, but it'll be interesting to see how this run with Sin Cara goes. Ryback against two guys, one of which his name is Arthur, which I just found funny. And in a huge shocker, he destroyed both of them. Ryback says, "Feed me more." I say, "I've had enough. Something's got to change quickly." Kane versus CM Punk. Daniel Bryan at ringside. Very excited for this match at No Way Out with all three of them. Three great talents, three different styles. I'm really looking forward to this, and I love the fact that, again, I say it over and over, the storyline has all these layers, all these branches to it. AJ ends up coming out. Kane ultimately would get the win with some Daniel Bryan interference, and then AJ and Kane stare each other down. Bryan attacks Kane. Kane then knocks him out, and then Kane leaves. AJ looking crazier than ever. I like it. Whatever she's selling, I'm buying. R-Truth and Kofi Kingston against Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex, who look like new members of the Hart Foundation. Some people were upset that we saw Truth and Kingston because they got beat up last week by the Big Show. But you got to remember, Brodus was the person and the injury they were selling. Cena got the knockout punch, the Weapon of Mass Destruction punch 2 weeks ago, and then we didn't see him the following week. Brodus got the punch last week, so he sold it and we didn't see him this week. I'm okay with Truth and Kingston being around. They weren't the brunt. They weren't the forefront of the attack They get the win, of course, in the tag match as expected. Laurinaitis then comes out and tells Cena he will have his match against Michael Cole if he can beat Tensai. Good match between those two. Cena does get the win. He then embarrasses Cole, stripping him down to his boxers, puts him into a sleeper while making him apologize to Jim Ross and dumping JR's barbecue sauce all over him. I got a feeling that since Cole has primarily moved away from being the hardcore heel, that apology on air to Jim Ross and the dumping of the sauce on him was almost WWE's way of concluding, of dropping whatever storyline issues there are between Cole and Ross without the two of them needing to have a match because nobody wants to see that. Cena with the win on Michael Cole. Raw goes off the air with Cena freezing Cole with a fire extinguisher. And hey, what says main event? What sends ratings than barbecue sauce, fire extinguisher, and Michael Cole in his boxers? I don't know what else. I will tell you what I do know. Randy Orton has been suspended. It's his second wellness policy violation, his third suspension with WWE. We're going to talk about that on the other side of the break. Plus, we still got to talk about the exclusive involving Dolph Ziggler and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. 412-320-7925 is the number. sportstalk@tribweb.com is the email. Or you can tweet me at Justin LaBar. It's Wrestling Reality presented by Tailgaters on Trib Live Radio.